In a dramatic turn of events, the once peaceful town of Cannock, Staffordshire, was plunged into chaos, thrown headfirst into a maelstrom of unanticipated disorder, as an uncontrollable fire erupted at a bustling industrial estate. The otherwise undisturbed town, known mostly for its tranquil atmosphere and friendly community, suddenly found itself in the grasp of a fiery beast, the denizens watching as their sanctuary was consumed by an inferno. The blaze, initiated at a large-scale distribution warehouse brimming with combustible materials, quickly escalated, swept up in the wind and fed by the plentiful fuel, transforming a minor fire into an all-encompassing catastrophe in mere moments. The ferocity of the fire was so immense that it compelled local businesses, some of which had been established for generations in this modest town, to evacuate, their livelihoods threatened by the encroaching flames. Residents, too, found themselves being compelled into action, forced to seal their homes against the dreadful, billowing thick black smoke that was swallowing their town whole. This smoke, a harsh reminder of the destructive power of the fire, cast a dark shadow over Cannock, leaving the townsfolk to wonder when and how their town would emerge from this chaotic situation. The fire ignited, its origin unknown, sending shockwaves throughout the community. It was an unforeseen disaster that none saw coming. As the flames grew stronger and wilder, the atmosphere became an orchestra of chaos and fear. Homes once full of life were now just silhouettes dancing in the fiery spectacle. The residents, initially in disbelief, reported hearing horrifying blasts, almost like war zone, sending shivers down their spines. These were stark reminders of the relentless intensity of the inferno. A tower of smoke, a dark and forbidding visible from miles off, arose from the heart of the devastation. It began to cover the once peaceful abodes, transforming the landscape into a dystopian nightmare. The authorities, realizing the grave potential threat, began issuing dire warnings about the toxicity of the engulfing fumes. The smoke, a menacing plume visible from miles away, began to blanket homes, prompting authorities to issue urgent warnings about the potential toxicity of the fumes. Swiftly, firefighters from West Midlands and Shropshire rushed to the scene, their sirens slicing through the stillness that had settled over the town. The sound, urgent and startling, punctured the quiet, echoing off the buildings and filling the air with a sense of urgency. Their red engines roared, speeding down the streets, leaving a trail of pressure and anticipation in their wake. The night sky, once a peaceful blanket of stars, was now painted with ominous shades of orange and red. The dancing, a dangerous ballet of destruction, reflected in the eyes of the brave men and women who had been called to duty. Their faces, illuminated by the glow of the fire, were hardened and resolute, mirroring their determination to tame the beast that had been unleashed upon their town. The firefighters leaped into action, their movements choreographed by years of rigorous training. They worked with a fluidity that only comes from experience, their actions a blend of precision and speed. They hoisted their hoses, the powerful jets of water slicing through the smoke, each droplet a tiny soldier in the fight against the consuming flames. Their efforts were relentless, a testament to theirs as they battled the raging inferno that threatened to consume the industrial estate. The struggle was fierce and the heat was immense, but their resolve did not waver. The sweat that dripped from their brows was not just from the physical exertion, but also the weight of responsibility they bore. Never once did they falter, each one aware of the stakes. They fought not just for the industrial estate, but for their town, their home. Their hearts drummed in their chests, a steady rhythm that matched the pulsing jets of water. Amid the chaos, they stood as beacons of hope, their commitment unwavering, their courage undeniable. The raging inferno that threatened to consume the industrial estate was met with equally fierce resistance. The impact of the fire was far-reaching. The blaze, ignited by an unknown source, spread rapidly, and with an intensity that took the town by surprise. With a beastly roar, it consumed buildings, leaving behind a trail of ashes. The fire's bright orange flames lit up the sky, casting an eerie glow that could be seen for miles around. Road closures began to ripple out across the city, acting like a steadily expanding net. The bustling life of the town came to a standstill as tried to control the raging fire. Streams of people filled the streets, their faces etched with worry. Parents clutched their children close. The elderly were helped across the road, away from the chaos. Right in the heart of the town was a shopping centre, a thriving hub of local activity, more than just a place for commerce. Temporarily, it was forced to close its doors as the smoke, thick and choking, continued to billow out of the fire's epicenter, clouding the area in a haze of grey. Next came the direct implications: the loss of business, the disruption of normal life, the damage to property, and the emotional toll it took on the people. And then there were the ripple effects: the halted delivery trucks, the closed schools, the overwhelmed hospitals. The economic implications of the fire, while yet to be fully understood, are undoubtedly significant. In the face of this disaster, the community rallied together, supporting one another through an ordeal that will be remembered for years to come. The people of Cannock showed an inspiring sense of unity and perseverance. Amidst the chaos and fear, they stood strong, refusing to let this catastrophe break their spirit. It was a that struck both the heart and the mind, a city coming together in its darkest hour. The fire, monstrous and unyielding, cast an eerie glow that bathed the town in a hauntingly beautiful light. It raged with ferocity, each flame a harsh reminder of the fragility of life. Yet in this horrifying spectacle, there were glimmers of hope. Neighbors became saviors, strangers became family, and adversity ultimately strengthened the bonds that held them together. Despite the disaster, they stood together, refusing to be defeated. Their courage, resilience, and unity were palpable, reaching out to touch anyone who beheld this scene. Every act of kindness, every hand, every word of encouragement was a beacon of light in the darkness. Just as the phoenix rises from its ashes, so too did the community of Cannock rise from the rubble of devastation. And in the face of adversity, they showed the world what it means to be united. The blaze, while a terrifying spectacle, became a testament to the resilience and unity of the people of Cannock. As the smoke begins to clear and the fire's embers cool, we find ourselves standing on the precipice of revelation. The aftermath of the Cannock fire, a disaster as enigmatic as it was devastating, now lies before us. becoming impossible to ignore. This event that has unfolded, the destruction and desolation, implores us to take a deep, introspective look into the aftermath. Through the wisps of dissipating smoke, the landscape, once thriving and vibrant, now lies eerily silent, the only reminders of its past vitality being the charred remains of what once stood proudly. The physical damage, a tangible spectre of the fire's wrath, is undoubtedly significant. Buildings lay in ruin, their structures crumbling. Trees, once lush, stand as tormented skeletons, blackened by the fire's merciless flames. The air is dense with a poignant scent of charred wood and lost hope. Yet, as devastating as the physical damage is, with time it may be repaired. Bricks and mortar can be replaced, new trees can be planted, and life can, in time, return to this scarred landscape. But it's the intangible that clings to the hearts of those who experienced it. The memories of a roaring blaze, a sky painted with plumes of menacing smoke, and the indescribable fear that gripped them will linger. The very fabric of their existence has been irrevocably changed. They will forever carry with them the stark reminder of the unpredictable nature of life. This event has reminded us once again of the bravery of our emergency services, the resilience of communities in the face of adversity, and the unyielding spirit of humanity. Throughout history, we have observed instances where our emergency services have come forward, demonstrating courage and selflessness that leave us in awe. It is during such challenging times that we truly comprehend immense dedication they exhibit towards their duty, risking their lives for the greater good. Simultaneously, we are reminded of the resilient communities that we are a part of. Communities that band together, providing support to each other in the face of adversity, showing an unrivaled determination to survive and thrive. These moments of crisis pull us closer, unifying us as we come together to rebuild and restore. The unyielding spirit of humanity could more evident. Even amidst the most harrowing situations, we witness acts of kindness, selflessness, and bravery that embody the essence of humanity. They remind us of our ability to rise above, to fight, and to remain undeterred. The Cannock fire is not an isolated incident, but a testament to these truths. The profound impacts are not merely physical, but emotional, psychological, and societal too, resonating far beyond the geographical confines of the small town. The stories born out of this tragedy will serve as a poignant reminder of our innate human capabilities and spirit. As we continue to learn more about the Cannock fire, it is clear that its impact will resonate far beyond the borders of this small Staffordshire town.